Mel Gibson, The Fall, the rise and the faith that changed his life. When a genius is forced to face the darkness within, what makes a man be praised as a genius and at the same time condemned as a symbol of scandal? There are not many names in Hollywood that divide people as strongly as Mel Gibson. In the eyes of millions, he is the immortal William Wallace of Braveheart, the brilliant director of The Passion of the Christ, the action star who defined the buddy cop genre with Lethal Weapon. But in the eyes of others, he is a man full of scandal, a hothead and alcoholic entangled in abusive controversies, a star who was almost erased by Hollywood. So how can one man fall from dazzling heights into the depths of despair, then somehow climb back to the top again? The answer is written in Mel Gibson's own life, a journey woven between brilliance and self-destruction, faith and failure, collapse and redemption. This story will take you through a poor childhood, but full of faith. A career path full of accidents that turned into opportunities, the peak of his career and the shadows that began to awaken, the storm of scandals that nearly wiped him out, a comeback so dramatic no one expected it. And finally, the role of faith in rebuilding a broken man. Roots, a shy boy in a big Catholic family, Mel Gibson was born in 1956 in Peekskill, New York, the sixth child in a family of 11 children. A traditional Catholic family, noisy, chaotic, but full of discipline and faith. The turning point that forced the family to leave America. When the Vietnam War broke out, his father, already injured and unable to work, feared his sons would be drafted. His solution: move the whole family to Australia. A bold, risky decision, but one that changed Mel Gibson's destiny forever. Mel, a shy boy, no one thought would become a star. At school, Mel was the complete opposite of the strong, confident image we know today. Clumsy, lacking confidence, but his sister saw what no one else did: his talent for acting. She enrolled him in the National Institute of Dramatic Art, without Mel even knowing. And from that moment, destiny started to tremble. The road to fame, from fistfights to iconic roles. The young man who walked into an audition with a bruised face. The night before his drama school audition, Mel got drunk and got into a fight. He showed up the next day with his face bruised, looking like he had just fought the whole world. But unexpectedly, the panel liked that rough, battered look. They saw in him what Hollywood would later call raw authenticity. Mel passed. Mad Max, from nobody to cinema icon. A few years later, his first big opportunity arrived. And again, Mel got into a fight before the casting. This time, the director told him, "Come back when your face is healed." Weeks later, Mel returned, clean, calm, and almost statue-like handsome. And then he became Mad Max. The film grossed over $100 million. Mel went from nobody to a global star. Lethal Weapon, Hollywood belonged to him. His role as Martin Riggs, the crazy, deeply emotional cop, did this, changed Hollywood, redefined the action genre, turned Mel into the #1 superstar. Riggs was a multi-dimensional character. Funny, insane, wounded, strong, all in one. And Mel didn't just play him, he became him. The great peak, Braveheart, and the legend of Mel Gibson. When a rebel picks up the camera, Hollywood was skeptical. An action actor directing, and a massive historical epic on top of that. But Mel answered them with Braveheart, a cinematic masterpiece. Braveheart didn't just win Best Picture, Best Director, 5 Oscars. It also became a cultural icon. William Wallace's cry of freedom became a shout that echoed across the world. Braveheart wasn't just a film, it was a fire. The second peak, The Passion of the Christ, and a cultural explosion. Mel entered the most faith-driven phase of his life. He put $30 million of his own money into a film. Every studio rejected The Passion of the Christ. An impossible film shot in Aramaic, Latin, and Hebrew. so violent that many people walked out of theaters, focused entirely on the final 12 hours of Jesus' life. But Mel believed this was a sacred mission. The result: a cultural earthquake. Grossed $600 million, became the highest-grossing R-rated film in history at the time. Shook the religious world worldwide. Pope John Paul II was reported to have said, "It is as it was." Despite all the controversy, the film placed Mel among the most influential directors in the world.
And for guiding my steps.
When darkness hits, scandals, alcohol, rage, and collapse. When a genius starts to self-destruct. In 2006, Mel was arrested for DUI in Malibu. In a drunken outburst, he said things that ignited worldwide outrage. Hollywood reacted immediately. Contracts were cut. He was blacklisted. Every door slammed shut. Many people said Mel's career was dead. A decade in the shadows. On top of that came a divorce costing hundreds of millions. Furious phone calls leaked to the public. Relentless media attacks. Mel Gibson fell from the summit of the world and became a symbol of moral decline. Resurrection, Hacksaw Ridge, and the unbelievable comeback. Hollywood said no, but his faith said, keep going. For nearly 10 years, Mel was seen as the outcast. No one dared to collaborate with him. No one dared to let him direct.
Lord, give me
but he didn't give up.
To continue and fill my
Hacksaw Ridge, a comeback that made the world stand and applaud. The story of Desmond Doss, a soldier who refused to carry a gun but saved 75 men, was the perfect reflection of Mel's own journey of faith. When the film was released, Venice Film Festival, 10-minute standing ovation, 6 Oscar nominations. Mel received a Best Director nomination. For the first time in 20 years, Hollywood was forced to admit, a genius can fall, but he cannot be buried. Legacy, an imperfect but resilient man. Today, Mel Gibson has returned to acting, participates in independent and character-driven projects, stands strong in his faith, works harder than ever. He is preparing to direct Lethal Weapon 5, bring the passion of the Christ resurrection to the big screen.
I'm ready for the future.
One of the most anticipated religious films in history. Mel Gibson is no longer the flawless hero. He is a human being, full of flaws, but full of resilience. The lesson from Mel Gibson: even after falling, we can still rise. Mel Gibson's life shows us talent does not protect us from making mistakes. Mistakes do not have to end our story. Faith and perseverance can rebuild what once seemed completely destroyed. Mel is living proof that no one is too sinful to be forgiven. No one is too weak to stand back up. No one is defined by their fall, only by how they rise after it. In your opinion, what matters more in a person's journey? Talent, fame, or the ability to rise again after failure? And why? Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this dramatic, turbulent life story?